So basically, most of the world thinks that Torah is a set of laws. Some people think it's a set of laws for Jewish people, and some people think it's a set of laws for how to live your life, the best way to live your life. The questions are of suffering. Why do, people have to suffer in general? And why do good people have it bad and bad people have it good? And what's the meaning of life? Okay? To answer, we're going to cover everything in one shot. Okay? We're going to have an answer to everything. The way we're going to have an answer to everything is by understanding who gave the Torah, where did it all start, and what the purpose of it for it is. In Judaism, not in Judaism, in the world, the first question you need to start with is, who is God? Right? A lot of people say the word God. Okay? But nobody has a true definition of it. Some people think it's a man in the sky, right? An energy, right? Nobody has a true definition. The definition in our Torah sources is the word Ein Sof.
Infinite.
Okay? Ein Sof.
Ein Sof means
Ein Sof, okay? Ein Sof means without end. Okay? Without end. But it's not without end like you think. It's without end, without borders. This table has a border. Okay? This pen has a border. Okay? God has no borders. Okay? If we say God has no borders, so where is God?
everywhere.
Everywhere. He has to be everywhere, right? Because he has no borders. So now we're dealing with an entity that is everywhere and has no borders. So the question is, how do we exist? If he's everywhere, this thing, whatever it is, we call it God, is everywhere, how do we exist? Okay?
How we exist?
Sure. Yeah. That's the next logical question. Okay? So I'm going to use a little bit of Hebrew and I'll translate it to English. Every word will be translated. Okay? So let's say, for example, this is God. Okay? Meaning, imagine it stretching forever, up, down, all over. Okay? When God chose to create, what he had to do was to constrict his light, constrict himself. What does it mean? It means, if you can imagine the ceiling full of fluorescence, all these lights, it's hard to look at them straight up, right? You get a little fuzzy. Imagine the whole ceiling was full of them. No empty space. Be very hard to look up, right? Imagine that wall. Can't look there. Imagine there. Imagine the floor. It'd be impossible. We couldn't even see each other, right? That's how it was before creation. So what would I need to do to actually see things in creation? I'd have to dim the light. All right? I'd have to make the light less. So that's exactly what God did. He dimmed the light in a place. Okay? That place is going to be in the form of a circle. But it's not really a circle. It's more like a sphere, a ball. It's not Earth. This is going to be the whole universe. Okay? Everything in existence that we know, that we can see, we can touch, feel, air, space, is going to be here. Okay? There's a point to this. This is going to answer all the questions. Okay? Trust me. Okay? So, God takes back his light. Okay? He dims it over here. If you imagine everybody has a dimmer, knows what a dimmer is. You dim your lights, right? Take it from bright all the way down. It wasn't dimmed totally to nothing, just dimmed enough. He then stuck we call it in Hebrew a kav. Okay? The kav is like a hose, like a tzinor, like a pipe. Okay? And through it, he's going to funnel the light back into it. Okay? Because he took a lot of light out, but he wants things to exist over here. Okay, so through this channel, he's going to bring back the light. This channel is in the form of a human. Okay? We're going to see why it's important that this channel is in the form of a human. Okay? If you look at the various parts of this pipe, there's 613 pieces of the pipe, right? Channels, different channels in the pipe. And these 613 are divided into 10 big categories. Okay? When the light starts coming down, it's going to come down through these 10 channels. We're going to talk about 10 channels. The 613 will be a little bit later. The first channel, I'm going to write it in Hebrew and translate it, okay? All right. So the first channel is going to be called Keter. Keter is a crown, right? But it's represented in a person's skull. Okay? The light keeps traveling down and it goes to the next part. It's going to be called Chokhmah. Chokhmah is wisdom. And that's the right brain. We all have a right brain and a left brain. Yeah? And a middle brain. So the right brain is called Chokhmah. The left brain
So what is the Keter again?
is Bina. The Keter is your skull. Okay? The Keter is your skull. The light comes down to your right brain. That's your Chokhmah, your wisdom. And your left brain, that's your Bina, your understanding. Okay? The light keeps... So these 3 channels are going to share the light. Okay? What happens when you share something? Like if we were to lift this table, if I was to lift it, it'd be kind of difficult. But if we all did it, it'd be very easy, right? Mm-hmm. Same thing happened here. The light's going to keep coming down, and it's going to go into a channel called Chesed. Chesed is a person's right arm. Okay? Keeps going down. A place called Gvura. Gvura is the left arm. Oh, sorry. Chesed is kindness. Gvura is strength or judgment. That's a person's left arm. The light keeps going down, and it hits Tiferet. Tiferet is beauty, and that's represented by a person's body. Okay? Again, it's just coming down the pipe. Their right leg is Netzach. Netzach is the right leg. It means victory, and Netzach, right? Or to keep going forever. Hod is their left leg. It means splendor. Yesod is a person's private organs. Men and women have that, okay? And means foundation. And then we have Malchut. Malchut is kingship, and that's the tip of their sexual organ. Okay? Again, why do we need to know all this? Because this is the channel of creation. Okay? The light's going to come back down, and it's going to go throughout all of creation. Okay? Now, the way the light came down, it destroyed this channel because it tried to take the light by itself. Same thing with this channel. Next, all the way down. All of these pieces of the pipe were destroyed. Okay? There's a reason for this destruction. It's destruction on purpose. Okay?
What do you mean they were destroyed?
They broke. If there's too much, if it's too much light, the channels get destroyed, right? Too much water, the pipes burst, let's say, right? Okay? So it was too much, it couldn't handle it. Mm-hmm. But everything's with design. Okay? The pieces that came down from it, okay? There's 288 sparks. Okay? Sparks is nitzotzot, right? These sparks are going to create everything we know in existence. Okay? First, they're going to create a world called Bria. Bria is creation, right? and it's the world of our neshamot. Neshamot is where our souls come from. Okay? These sparks are creating our souls. They keep falling to the next level, okay? And it's going to create a world called Yetzirah. Yetzirah is formation. And this is where the Malachim are. The Malachim are angels. Okay? They keep falling down, and this is our final world. It's going to be called the world of Asiyah, the world of doing, action. Right? And that's where we are, Adam, right? A person is. Okay? Everything is flowing down through these channels, and it's creating everything we know in existence. Okay? So, I never even spoke about this before, but what is in everything we know? This, right now. What's in here?
Ein Sof.
The Ein Sof, right? The Ein Sof filtered down through these channels all the way down to everything in this world.
He's everywhere. He's inside your drinks.
Okay? Because we said God is the Ein Sof, God is everywhere. Yeah. But he used these channels to create. Okay? So I'm going to draw a man over here, and a man is also a lady. Okay? You should know that men and women were created first together, and then God split them apart. Okay? They're two halves of one whole. There's no such thing as a man is one thing and a woman is another thing. Together, they're called Adam. Separate, they're half Adam. Okay? They're separate entities. They're nothing. Okay? They're halves of one soul. When they come together, they're one entity. Okay? And the mitzvot are divided between them in that manner. There's certain mitzvot that a man should do, and there's certain mitzvot that his wife should do. Okay? But together they have one complete entity called man. Okay? Called Adam. And this Adam, and every Adam in the world, because this is applicable to everybody. This is not just Jewish people's Torah, right? It just, God revealed this to us so we know it. Right? But it's applicable to everybody. So everybody has a body and a soul, right? Mm-hmm. So we're going to have a neshama and a guf. Guf is a body, neshama is a soul. Okay? The neshama wants to do everything that's good in the world. And the guf, the body, wants to do everything that's bad in the world. Okay? In all of creation, there is good energies and bad energies. Okay? There are 248 good energies and 365 bad energies, negative energies. Okay? If you add these up, 365 and 248, you get 613. Okay? 248 correspond to the person's limbs in his body, and 365 correspond to their sinews, their veins, major arteries. Okay? So these are built in to every single person. The body is just a covering for the soul. Okay? That's what it is. It's a covering for the soul. So, what happens? What's going on? So the system is built like this. When a person does something good, or they do something negative, they're actually having an effect on bringing down this light and drawing it down through this channel. Okay? From chesed, which is kindness again, to yesod, okay? This is what we refer to in Hebrew, Kadosh Baruch Hu, Kucha Baruch Hu in Aramaic. Kadosh Baruch Hu is the blessed one be he. Okay, the Holy One, blessed be he. Okay, that's what it means literally. This is like in the male form, if you could picture a man. Okay? And Malchut is corresponding, it's called the Shekhinah. Shchinte in Aramaic. Shekhinah is the female presence. Okay? What's the difference between male and female? The male gives, the female receives. Okay? This is the last in the channel, right? She's getting everything that's coming down through the channel. Okay? She's only a receiver. This is the male. There's a giver. Same thing people know when two, a couple is together in intimacy, the man gives to the woman. The woman receives what he's giving to her, right? And then they have a baby. I'm trying to stay as clean as possible. Okay? Okay, so how does this work? So
the woman gives back a baby.
Exactly. That's where we're going. Okay? So when a person here, let's say he does a mitzvah, he does one of these good energies, right? He gives tzedakah, or he's kind to his, his fellow, or whatever it is, he prays. So what they're doing is they're actually sending a message over here to the Malchut, and they're making the Malchut beautiful. Okay? They're beautifying the female version. What happens when a man sees a beautiful woman?
He wants her.
Right? He wants her, right? So this part is going to want to come into this part. Right? The energies are going to want, these channels are fixed, they're no longer broken, and they're going to come into the female version, and then that's going to have an effect back down to the world. Okay? That's how all of creation works. All of creation is going to work like this. What if someone says, okay, listen, I hear, I don't want to do this. Okay? He says, listen, I like not giving tzedakah, I like lying, I like cheating. It's a dog-eat-dog world. What are they doing? They're not sending this over here. She's not looking beautiful. Who's looking ugly? Does the man want to be with her?
Nope.
Huh? This is just a little bit into human psychology. Why do women get all dressed up? To attract the men. What do men want? Normally, they want a pretty woman. Right?
So like without הקדוש ברוך הוא
להזדווג עם
להזדווג
השכינה.
עם השכינה.
בדיוק. That's it, she got it.
You got it.
If you look in all the sidurim,
Right.
especially
I always look at that and I say one minute.
Yeah. So when you do the
We-
prayers,
we-
L'Hashem, Yichud, Kudsha, B'Richu,
שכינתה.
Shchinte, בדיוק.
Right.
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 And then I said, one minute, some sentences
Yeah.
there, like it's saying it. But
Right.
Doing something very deep.
It is.
So that's what we do with every mitzvah that we do. If you look into especially the Sephardi Sidurim, because the Sephardi is more built on Kabbalah. Someone asked here, like, how come there's different.
לא הבנת? אוקיי, תסביר לה. אוקיי.
אז זה הרעיון של טבעת הסתמות של העולם, איך שהוא ברא. זאת אומרת, יש לך את כל הספירות העליונות שזה הקדוש ברוך הוא, ויש את השכינה מתחתיו. עכשיו, אנחנו, בזה שאנחנו מקיימים מצוות, אנחנו מאפים את השכינה, ואז היא יפה בעיני הקדוש ברוך הוא, ואז אנחנו יוצרים את הזיווג של הקדוש ברוך הוא עם השכינה, שזה כאילו, על זה מבוסס
את מורידה שפע לעולם. ברגע שהם עושים זיווג, השפע בא לעולם. So whenever the Shekhinah and the Kudsha B'Richu are together, they bring goodness to the world. That's what happens. And that's what this whole world is about.
So basically,
So when you do a prayer, on your
The more birth you give to goodness in the world. Exactly.
when you go to the
Exactly.
So what are they doing? They also do good deeds.
Same thing.
good things that you do.
Same thing.
They do a lot of good deeds.
This is applicable to everybody.
To be
Because I
with
see
her,
them,
and
I see
you
them
bring
doing a lot of
goodness
that.
to the
No,
world.
they're not Jewish. They do very,
Now,
very good
on the
deeds.
opposite
This is the system of humanity. It's not the system of, yes, it's the human system.
You steal,
So you don't
bad things. You're making the Shekhinah look ugly. And all the evil comes to the world.
It's true. They're more concentrated into 7.
Yeah. But that's the basic.
The basic. So So the more good you do, the more,
Yeah.
You're helping the Kucha Bricha and the Shechina, yes, get together.
You're helping.
זה כאילו מוזר לחשוב על הדת שלנו בצורה
אבל זה הכל.
כאילו לחשוב שזה הכל,
נכון.
And does it evaporate if something bad is supposed to happen?
because
Blocks it
I don't
because
think everybody's doing
Yeah.
a lot
It's like-
good, I think, in my opinion.
Bank
Yes.
accounts, like
And
you're
that's why we're
putting,
having so many problems, I
right?
think,
Really
right?
good goes to
true.
the bank account and
Yeah.
then.
Evil.
אבל יש גם צדיקים שעוזרים.
Okay. Well, it's all right, guys. So we got the idea. This is the idea, okay?
The world.
This is the idea of the world, okay? And we as Jews, we have the code of this 613. How to do this. Okay? There's systems. Okay, how do you give tzedakah? Okay? You're not supposed to give tzedakah to anybody that asks, right? You have to be a person who's fitting, they actually need it, right? You have to check and make sure you give the tzedakah to the right person, the good cause, right? If you're a
מה? מה הצדקה?
yeah, this.
He's
That
gonna
is,
go
hold
into
on.
it.
This is not.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. I'm just giving you examples, okay? Examples of you say Kriyat Shema, right? The men say Shema, right? Shema Yisrael. You have to say it at certain times. If they say it after certain other times, it's not going to work. It's not going to have the same effect. Okay. Right.
כל צינור פתוח בזמנים שונים.
And
כאילו
how do you
הוא
know that?
שחרית, אז הצינור ששחרית. לא יכולה לקרוא מנחה
Wait, hang on.
You don't give it to everybody.
What? Are you?
Forbidden to say no to tzedakah. Like, you know.
He's
Okay.
gonna explain it to you.
זה-
היא אומרת שהמרוקאים, אסור להם להגיד לא למישהו שמבקש צדקה.
נכון, נכון. This is why I ask Pnina what you said,
If
because
somebody asks
my mom always said, someone
Ask you.
you have to give them.
Okay.
That's exactly what.
We're going to get
you
into.
never know who is
We're going to get into the details a little bit later. Okay.
אולי זה איזה מלאך, אולי זה מישהו שמלאך.
Malach. I don't know.
אני ככה, זאת אומרת, ככה גדלתי, כן?
Me too.
So we're going to get into the details later, but the details are written in the Torah, how to carry this out, okay? But the whole purpose is to carry this out. So God creates a broken world, okay? He gets you a broken world, and He wants people to come in to repair it, okay? Now, for that repair, okay, God's going to give reward, okay? It's called sachar. Sachar is a reward. Okay? You're going to do work, you're going to get paid for it, right? That's the way the whole world works, right? Same thing with God.
הלוואי שזה היה עובד ככה.
Okay? You do the work, you get paid. Okay?
Good work.
It's good work. You're actually doing something good, productive, okay? And you're going to get for it. Okay. The question is when and how are you going to get that? Okay? So I'm going to tell you that this game, this production, this work is going to last only for a certain amount of time. It's going to last for 6,000 years. Okay? 6,000 years, this whole production of good and bad, and a person's is gonna,
So then that's the destruction of the world.
excuse me?
So then it's the destruction of the world.
Yeah, he's gonna
לא,
get
לא,
into
לא
it.
דיסטרקשן, הגאולה של העולם,
גאולה,
לא
גאולה.
דיסטרקשן.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gonna be,
You gotta understand.
Okay? So, let's say man was created here. Okay? This is the first year. First day. Okay? This whole system of good and evil, and man is trying to do the good and stay away from the evil, and draws down light and fixes it, is only going to last 6,000 years. Okay, what year are we in now?
780. Yeah, okay, we're close.
Okay,
אז 200 ומשהו.
It's ours. It's one before us.
5,780
אבל זה,
years. Okay?
Yeah, we have.
It's only going to, right now, it's 5,780 years.
So we have a long.
Okay? There's only 220 years left. What happens at 6,000? Okay? The world of avodah, the world of work, and trial and this battle between good and evil ends. Okay? God is going to destroy the world at 6,000. Okay? Why is he destroying the world? Because through this channel, evil was brought in. Okay? You have to clean and purify the evil. Just like a body has to go into the ground, right, and destruct, and then God's going to rebuild it. Same thing, the world has to do the same thing. That destruction is going to be 1,000 years. Okay? And the year 7,000, in the year 7,000, he's going to bring us back. Okay? But this time the world is going to
Only
be...
the good ones he brings back, yes?
You're gonna.
Yes. Okay?
Everybody.
That's when everybody comes back, okay? But they come back in a perfect world. There's no more death, there's no more pain, there's no more suffering.
כל היום בסטלה. כל היום בסטלה, אין זה happy, no problem.
אין חוסר.
אין חוסר.
Yeah, exactly. There's nothing lacking. There's no pain, there's no good people getting bad, and bad people getting good.
No hospitals, no surgeries,
כל
none of
הזמן
that.
את
No talking during the shir.
כן.
So my question is the evil is
Orgasm.
יצר הרע ויצר הטוב? יצר
סליחה,
הטוב
אני מפריע, די.
לא? יצר הרע?
Say again?
יצר הרע או יצר הרע?
Guys, wait, there's a question. Okay, what's the question?
יצר הרע, that's why it's with the evil?
Yes, the evil gets destroyed over here at 6,000. There's no
So
more
no
evil.
more יצר הרע.
That's it, you're done.
Okay.
Okay? The work is done. Now it's time to get paid. Okay? The paying starts, okay? The sachar, the paying starts at the 6,000.
So 1,000 people,
What kind of
there's nobody going to be in the world?
Yes, for 1,000 years.
No,
nothing.
it's
There's no
quiet.
world.
No
There's
world.
nothing.
Okay?
אבל בפנים
Then the
יש
world,
Oh yeah.
then the world gets recreated
So, yeah.
perfectly. Everything's great. Okay? There's no going, you don't need to go to the bathroom, there's no pain, there's no suffering, there's no lacking.
And the people
Exactly.
come back as what?
People.
As yourself.
Yes.
Yourself.
Soul and body. Soul and body.
But my question is, if you
Do
did
we
a lot of
recognize-
mitzvot, or you did a lot of people did a lot of bad and good, so how are they?
Right here, he's gonna explain that.
Okay,
The bad has to end over here.
right.
Okay?
Why 6,000?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6,000.
Okay. 6 is not a good number, no?
That's a good number.
Is it a good
Very.
number?
Yeah, it's a good number.
C'est pour les goïms, c'est pas-
Oh yeah, pour les goyim.
Pour les goyim, c'est
Yeah, us is good.
כן, 669 אצל הגויים.
Yeah, they have their own.
I don't know. Okay.
Okay? So the bad ends over here, right? There's no more evil inclination. Okay? Everything that has to be taken care of has to be taken care of over here. Meaning, if a person does bad, they have to be cleansed. Right? Doing bad, one of these things, has a consequence to the person's soul and body. Right? So they draw down this light, and it gets into their soul and it gets into their body. To get it out, there's two ways. Okay, and this goes to a little bit of your questions. Why do people suffer? To get it out, there's two ways. Either a person does tshuva, and returns to their creator. Okay? To tshuva means to confess your sin, confess what you did was wrong, either one of the 365 negative or the 248 positives, and say you won't do it again, and regret what you did. Okay? So you can either do that, or there's some kind of suffering. Okay? The suffering takes three forms. It's either on a person's body, it's either on the person's soul, or it's either on the person's possessions. Okay? Kids until the age of 13, for men and women until the age of 12, they're considered a person's possessions. Okay?
Really?
Yes. Okay? And that's why at the age of 13 or 12, the father usually says, Baruch shepatarani mi'onsho shel zeh. Okay? Blessed the person who who alleviated me from the punishment for this person. Okay? So either a person's possessions, they have to suffer, or their body, pain, that kind of stuff, or their soul. Somebody angers you, somebody doesn't do what you want, you feeling depressed. All these things are a part of the suffering. Okay? This is all to get rid of the bad and leave it in this temporary world and bring the person clean to the good world, because over here there's only good. There's nothing bad, right? So you can't suffer here. That's the law. Okay? From 7 to 8,000, there's an uplifting of the neshama. An uplifting of the neshama. Okay? We're climbing this ladder again. Okay? An elevation. And then 8,000 to 9,000, same thing. But this is all done by the Creator, by the Ein Sof, by God. Okay? It's not done by the person. Again, we're fixing all these channels. And then 9,000 to 10,000. And after 10,000, the person lives forever. Netzach. Okay? The person lives forever in the good that they acquired over here. Okay? The good they're going to enjoy forever. Okay? So it's pure enjoyment. There's nothing bad, only fun, only good.
When you say forever, did you get old?
No.
No.
There's no bad.
So you don't get old, you just, what age
Are
are
you
you
still
staying?
with the same?
Are you still with
family
the family members? Are you still with the same?
That's
With the family, your children, your...
That's a big, in Hebrew say salat, it's a big salad. Everything's mixed up. Because you think that you are you. But you don't realize that you are made up of many, let's say thousands of parts. Your soul is made up of thousands of parts. Each part is going to go to the part that it's supposed to be with. Okay, if you're supposed to be with your family, then you're going to be with your family. But you're 1,000 other parts. Those parts are going to go with their family. Okay, you follow?
Yeah, because the soul comes back.
Exactly. Everybody's going to come back.
What you mean? Okay, because we brought up so many who come back and
Everybody comes back. Yes,
exactly.
yes. We're gonna have the same
So we
relationships.
don't know which part of our soul we're going to be with.
It's
We
gonna
don't
go
know.
where.
No idea what family to be.
Right. When you were in your 20s, you had different things in your mind, different things, different connections, different people you talk to, right?
Right.
And you grew up, you changed a little bit, right? So every part of a person's life is connected to fixing some kind of other part from a past lifetime.
So we come back to this world, we're fixing what we didn't fix in many generations,
Right now, for
so
instance.
we here, the purpose that we're here is because we have to tikkun. We all tikkun here.
Yeah.
And when we go, and then if we did a tikkun, we don't come back here anymore. We're done until the 10,000.
It depends, because you're not just you forgot. You're many pieces. So it could be that you fixed 10 pieces of your 50.
Okay.
Those 10 will stay in the next world, and the 40 will come back and have to do what they need to do. Okay, they'll be born in a different body.
So my neshama has a lot of, I don't understand. My
Pieces.
neshama has a lot of pieces. So I'm neshama with
Many pieces.
It's hard to understand.
So my neshama is okay. My neshama has. It's like I belong to many families, many generations, many husbands, many kids. So my neshama is not just me by myself. It's all connected. And then when I come back, I do my part, and I go back to the world, and then another part of me will come back.
Peace will go
Yeah.
there.
And
Yeah.
my, so my
All the pieces go where they need to go. It's like a big puzzle. Everything goes where they need to go. Yeah.
Together to me. How come all those pieces of me? I don't understand how they connect to me.
You feel you.
Because
But if you're really connected spiritually, you would feel all the other pieces of you. You understand? You wouldn't feel just like who you think you are.
so when we dream,
Like us.
אחרי 6,000 שנה, is this part of בשנה?
Well, your dreams are split into.
Yeah, well,
You dream,
משבע חוזרים.
Yeah, all right.
Okay,
So,
when we come
so
back, all of us together, one neshama for all
למה?
the pieces.
משש חוזרים.
We come back
לא,
one
לא, משש עד שבע אין
שש אין
כלום.
עולה, משש לשבע אין עולה.
When we come back,
It's not gonna be you when you
the
come
whole
back,
neshama,
that's
all the
it.
pieces together.
guys, let me answer because if we're
When we come back,
it's
when
a
we
big
come
salah.
back, all the pieces together. One neshama with all the pieces together.
No.
We come back.
No.
No.
So every piece is going to go to whatever piece that it needs to go. So if you need to come back to you specific, whoever you identify with is you,
Now, just now.
Or just
I don't know
now.
what I was before. I don't know what I was
all right?
before.
You'll come back to your family, your circle.
יש מצב
But
שאולי
because-
היה גבר, לא אישה.
Is the body
אני לא צוחקת.
אוקיי.
is the body looking the same when it comes back?
Seriously.
Hang on. Say again?
Is the body looking the same when
Yeah,
it comes
exactly.
back?
When it comes back.
No, it's not going to be well, like, let's say you suffered a deformity or something like that, right? So no, it's going to come back in its perfect state. Okay? You won't need to wear makeup. You won't need to color your hair. You won't need to
So my question,
all this stuff, right?
The
The people.
question, the children come here and they are, let's say, they have, they have diseases and they are in wheelchair and they disform and they, so those people they come to this world. I understand what the reason for them to come this form in this world. That's my question. I always want to know that.
You answer it based on what you just learned.
It's because of they have to tikkun. So they did something bad and they have to pay for it. Not them, but the neshama did something bad. So when we suffer, it doesn't mean that I did something bad. Something my life
Well-
did something bad and I have to suffer for it. Correct?
No, you have to fix it first.
That piece of you
I
has
have
to
to fix
take
it.
care of it. Yeah.
So I'm the one who has to fix all the
חמודה.
כל הבעיות. So I'm the fixer.
You guys are starting to see. Once you know all this, you have an answer to all your questions.
Right.
Ever.
So I have to fix a tikkun.
If you don't know this,
So if
everything
my
looks like a
child is sick,
big
it's
balagan.
Because of my child doesn't feel well, is because so my neshama did something bad.
It could be. It could be
So
something
how
your
do you
parents
know?
did.
How
It
do
could
you
be.
should she like fix something?
Yeah,
Like let's say for
yeah, let's say
for her daughter.
yeah, if I want to
Okay.
fix it, how do I fix it?
What? How does she know what?
What to
her-
fix? Exactly.
Okay.
בתשובה.
Okay.
What? There's many tshuva.
Yeah.
תשובה הוא אמר לך what it is. Like,
Okay.
So
So
it's important for me because
Right.
I'm into the boat right now. I want to fix it.
I know. First, it's not a quick fix, but we're going to try. We'll talk about it. Okay. So, based on this, what do you think? Based on what you know, what do we said so far? What do you think you have to fix? Don't have to get the details, but in general, the general concept.
Tshuva maybe like more tshuva, more.
Tshuva is a good word.
Take more
Wait.
mitzvot. Take more mitzvot on me. Take more do more.
This,
Fortify.
you have to understand, this is a channel, right? Everything works as a pipe.
There is 613 ways.
You only you can see what you identify with. Now, the Arizal, according to the Kabbalah, says anything that you have a lot of hardships in the mitzvot, like it's very difficult for you to do, right? You don't you relate to it, but you know you have to do. That's one side of it. The other side is something you really love to do. Okay? But the first thing you need to understand is you have to know what the mitzvot are. You know, people could throw out keywords. You need to do tshuva. You need to believe in God. You need to learn Torah. These are nice words, but you have to get down to the details. What are the mitzvot?
Right.
Okay.
A woman, or just because I know a woman has certain mitzvot and men has certain mitzvot, right?
For everybody, yes.
So
So remember we said that men and women are one,
Right.
right?
Yeah, but we don't do all the mitzvot that
After
men
they
do.
get married, they're one, right?
Yeah. So you can be perfect in your side, but let's say your husband has to learn Torah. Right?
Together.
Your husband, exactly. You guys are together. You guys are one entity.
I see.
אז מה קורה?
And
אז יורדים לי מצוות בגלל שבעלי לא...
כן.
יורד לי במאזן.
I have to work hard for him.
כולם אותו.
make it like, because it's like
גם אני
this,
הייתי.
and I'm like this, and
מה אני צריכה לסבול בגלל שהוא
You have to prop him up. You have to prop him up.
so we had,
It's like sports. It's like sports, right? It's like sports. You're part of a team.
yeah,
Okay. If one guy stinks,
yeah,
you're gonna lose. Right. You don't kick him out. You help him out. Right. You help him.
אבל אם המאזן הוא שאת עושה יותר והוא פחות, אז צריך להעיף אותו.
או שנמשוך אותו מהאוזן.
זה כמו חשבון בנק. do the job, right?
במינוס, מבינה? צריך לעבוד כדי להכניס עוד כסף לחשבון בנק.
Together,
שהוא יעבוד.
together, right thing. But then again, like you said, what kind of mitzvah do you have to do more than we do? Like, what is?
So like a person who's smart, he takes a list of these mitzvot, he reads through them, and he sees, okay, I do this, I don't do this, I do this, I don't do that. I don't know how to do this one. I have to go ask the rabbi, how do I do this mitzvah, right? Okay, so you got to be smart about this. In Judaism, now we're going to get a little bit closer to Judaism, right? This is the system of the whole world. This is for everybody. But in Judaism, there's by the way, Judaism is a bad word. Okay, why? Where does the word Jew come from? Yehuda, right?
Yehuda.
Jew in Hebrew, right? The J is a Yud, right? Yehuda. Okay, who was Yehuda? Yehuda was one of the sons of Yaakov. Okay, Yaakov had another name. His name was Israel. Right? So everybody is the Bnei Israel. There was 12 tribes. Okay, the 12 tribes were called the Bnei Israel. Yehuda is one of them.
Right.
Okay, there's Levi. There's Shimon, Reuven, Gad. Okay, the 10 tribes, 10 of them got lost. Okay, only 2 remained. 2 main ones are Binyamin and Yehuda. They merged together along with the Kohanim and Levim. Okay, and today we call them the Jews. Okay, we call them a Yehudim. Okay, from Shevet Yehuda, because they were the largest group, and they took on that name. So, what are the Jews? Essentially, what are Jews essentially? Okay, and what are we? No, you're complicating it. We're a family, right?
All one.
yeah.
We all come from one place, right? So, wait a second.
This is tricky, listen.
Okay, so essentially we're one family.
All of us, all the Jewish people.
Okay, yes. Now I'm going to ask you a question.
Francine is מפריעה. Francine is problem. You problem divided Rabbi.
All of you are a problem.
So we all one family because we all from Yehuda, correct?
We're all from Yehuda, who comes from Yaakov, right? And we're one family, Israel, right? That's what we're Bnei Israel. Okay? So essentially, there's no such thing as Judaism. Okay? When the Bnei Israel were in Mitzrayim, okay, we were in Egypt, Rosh Baruch Hu took us out, and 50 days later, he gave us the Torah. He gave the Torah to everybody. Yehuda, Binyamin, Gad, everybody got the Torah. Everybody got this. So this isn't exclusive to one of the brothers, one of the tribes. It's everybody. So, fine, but it's not exclusive to one of the tribes. So there is no Binyaminism. There's no Gadism.
Right.
So there's no Judaism.
So what do you call it then?
Torah.
So we are Torah?
Torah. Now this goes back to what you guys were saying. I asked you guys what was Torah.
Right.
You said instructions, rules, right? You said all this, right? In Hebrew, Torah comes from the word orah. Orah is to teach a way of life. Okay? The laws are called alachot. Alachot comes from the word alicha, to walk. All right? This is the way you go. Okay? But it's not a book of laws. Right? It's a book that's a tool to do
Torah,
what?
it's not the Ten Commandments?
How many commandments do we have?
613, but the 613 comes to
They came
help
from-
us to fulfill the 10 Commandments. No?
No. It's 613 commandments. There's an additional 7, which
מה זה עשרת הדיברות?
that's another class. We'll wait for that.
אוקיי.
Okay. It's a little
It gets
it's
really
another.
complicated, but it's interesting.
Don't worry. I know you heard a lot of things, but it's general. But the general are 10, right? Why 10? How many channels do we have?
10.
10. Okay. Everything is built on this. Okay. Everything's a channel that's gonna funnel the light through.
שמשה וירד מהר סיני ובא עם 613 מצוות?
That's right. It says Torah. It says the first pasuk that you're supposed to teach your kid, right? The first verse in the Torah you're supposed to teach your kid. What is it? What do you think it is?
She just said.
What was it?
והגדת לבנך? תורת ציווה.
That's right. The first verse you're supposed to teach your kid is Torah tziva lanu Moshe morasha kilat Yaakov. Moshe commanded us a Torah. It's an inheritance to the congregation of Yaakov. Yaakov were the children of Yaakov, right? And we got the Torah, right? We didn't get Judaism. We got the Torah, okay? And who commanded us? Moshe, okay? So it says, Torah tzivalanu Moshe. Torah, if you take every letter in Judaism, has a numerical value to it, okay? And if you add up the numerical value, you can understand things about the word. Okay? It tells something about it. It's not just arbitrary. Okay? So Torah, if you take the letters, it adds up to 611. Taf is 400. Vav is 6. Okay, we have 406. Resh is 200. You have 606. And the Hey is 5. So you have 611. So Torah 611 came from Moshe. Moshe taught us 611. Where did the other two come from? We need 613. Right? So the first 2 commandments were heard from God on Har Sinai, on the mountain of Sinai. Okay? They heard the first 2 commandments. I am the Lord your God. You will not have another God except me. Okay?
So this is one.
זה מהפסוק של הריחו.
I am השם אלוקיך ולא
זה
אלוהיך.
2 ממנו.
אבל זה
Okay?
אותו דבר.
So the first one is to know that there's a God. Okay? And believe, to know. And the second one is there is no other power. Okay? Now, knowing this, you understand why it's true. Who is God? Who is God?
כן, סוף.
Can there be a second God?
No.
Why not?
Because he's
He's
everywhere.
everywhere. He's everywhere. There's no any
חלל זה משהו
Ensof.
אחר.
Ensof.
Because
There's-
he said
there's-
No, because it's Ensof. It is
No,
everywhere.
she's-
There is no room for
And משהו אחר, זהו.
Where would one end and the other one start?
There's no end.
There's no
חלל.
exactly. There's no end, so therefore there can't be a second one. You see, everything in the Torah is true. There's nothing's arbitrary.
So the mitzvah for the woman is 3 mitzvot. Is it part of the 613?
No, there's more than 2.
לא, אומרים 3 מצוות, לא?
היא מדברת על הדלקת נרות, הפרשת חלה ובגד. כן, אבל יש בזה הרבה יותר.
I'm just trying to...
יש בזה, he's gonna explain to you, there's a lot
אומרים
more.
3 מצוות לידי אישה, לא?
Don't listen to what people say outside.
so
Okay?
let me learn.
You just learned, right? There's 613 commandments, okay? It's for everybody, okay? Now, today, we don't have a temple. There's a lot of laws that are, with the Beit HaMikdash and sacrifices and korbanot and different things that Kohanim do, the Leviim do, right? It's not fully 613,
Because it
okay?
changed, yeah.
right? What we have now. It's still 613 as far as the channels, but we don't have all the channels open. Okay? You got the gist of things. Okay? This is the whole purpose of creation. God created us to give us what? Sachar, reward, goodness. Okay? But he wants us to earn the goodness. He doesn't want to just give it as a gift.
We have to work.
Huh?
We have to work.
You have to work.
It's a job.
Every day.
Okay?
Every day.
Now, everything in the world has to get compensated for. You do bad, you have to get for it. You do good, you have to get for it. Okay? The bad,
I wish.
the bad has to be compensated for the bad, and the good has to be compensated for the good. I'll explain. You take one person and you split him. Okay? The majority of the things that he does, and the minority of the things he does. Okay? Let's say the majority of the things he does is good, and the minority is bad. Okay? He does a few things here and there not so good, but mostly he's a great person. Okay. The good I have to give him in the world of good, and the bad I have to give him in the world of bad. Okay?
This is the word of God.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we don't have Gehinnom?
Yes, Gehinnom.
If you get cleansed enough in this world,
You don't have to
then
go to Gehinnom.
you don't have to go through the trials of that. Yes.
If you what?
If you get cleansed.
Cleanse.
הם מנקים אותך פה.
תשובה.
כן, יסורים מתארים.
בדיוק.
יסורים מחתכים,
יסורים
right?
מתארים.
מתארים את...
And that's why the tzaddikim, the righteous people said,
מאוד מעודד לשמוע את זה.
tzaddikim, it said about the tzaddikim, chavivin alein yisurim. The tzaddikim would love to get these yisurim.
Because they don't want to go to Gehinnom.
Yeah, exactly.
They'd rather be cleaned in a short time, than in a longer time, right? Okay. Now, let's say the person is mostly bad.
Right.
Okay, mostly bad.
Right.
Okay? And a little bit of good. He honors his mom. Okay, but he's a gangster, very bad person. Okay? I have to give him for the good, and I have to give him for the bad. Okay? Where do I give him for the bad? That's the majority of his deeds.
In a good word.
In the long world, right? These are the majority of his deeds. This is the long world. So where does he get his bad? Where does he get his good?
Here.
Because it's short, yeah?
That's why.
All the one who have good or bad people.
Okay. Now wait.
When they have too good and
Hang on.
yeah. And my mom always told me that though.
Hang on.
Now I can.
These are the general principles of the world.
Yeah.
The cheshbonot, the accounting, okay, is not done by us. It's done by heaven, right? Every person has their trials, the family they were born into, what they learned, what they didn't learn, how they're judged, okay? She's not just like her, she's not just like her. No one in the world is judged like the other. Everybody's different. But these are the general principles, how we're all judged in general.
So my question is, let's say you take a reformed person, okay? He's born reformed. He doesn't know any better, but he's a good person. So he doesn't know how to do teshuvah. I'm just saying, right? Is he like going to Gehinnom because he was born reformed? He was just born reformed.
It's very simple. It's very simple. It's very simple. Answer the question.
You know the answer, no?
Did they do this?
No.
It's very simple. Right? The whole world is built on the system. It's built for us, for the non-Jews.
Do they have also mitzvah, the non-Jews?
They have 7.
7, right? No?
They have 7. Okay. Yeah. Now,
Okay.
you guys want more, or that's it?
Yeah.
Maybe you should tell our friend what can she do.
No, there's not. We're not getting.
Wait a minute.
We're not getting into
As far as
details.
I wanted to do something that's very important to her.
מתי שאתם
She
רוצות.
wanna pray, היא רוצה להתפלל, זה מאוד חשוב לה.
We're not getting into details. Details we could do it later. Okay.
So you actually,
So when we,
that's the basic.
This
Yeah.
is the basics. This is-
what happens when, let's say, we do accomplish our mission
Yes.
in life, you know?
כצחק.
What happens?
סלמת.
סלמת לחיים.
לא בייש.
No. Okay. What?
לא בייש, דבורה.
If you honestly, how do you know how
Wait,
a
wait.
person is like? Some people are live really long life, and they don't. I know someone who is not. He completely doesn't believe in anything at all. Okay, but he's really old. I'm saying, how come he can live that long and doesn't do anything? You know what
Because some
I mean? I guess
people
over
even
there, when he
him.
goes there,
You don't know
probably
what
gonna get
Martin's
blah, blah.
knowledge שלו. We don't know what he
Oy
does.
vey.
Nobody knows.
The accounting, God is the accountant. Okay, we're not the accountants.
does he give the Hashem give you a second chance to come back and do the
We
shuvah?
don't know.
We're not the accountants. God is the accountant. Now, I can tell you this. It says "Oseh chesed la'alafim." Right? What does that mean? He gives you 1,000 chances to come back. As long as you do good, some kind of good, you'll get another chance to come back.
Oh, okay.
But the people who do bad, they only get 4 strikes. That's it. They only do bad. They don't do anything good. That's it. They don't get other chances to come back. But again, this is very general. The accounting is not our accounting. It's God's accounting.
When he brings people here, he knows exactly how long they're going to be in this world, and that's it, right? He knows from before when they're born.
בטח.
You know exactly how long.
זה הגול.
How does he know?
I'm just saying. I'm asking you. I don't
No,
know.
I'm asking you. How does he know? Listen.
Because the person did what he had to do, and then leave. No.
How does
they
he know?
accomplish what they have to accomplish.
Because Hashem is everywhere, you know?
No. I know that, but I'm just saying.
The answer to most of your question is who is God. That's the answer to almost every question you'll ever have.
Right.
Okay? Because if you know he's Ein Sof, he has no end.
He's everywhere. Correct.
Yeah. If you think about what it means, he's everywhere. How does he know what I'm thinking?
Because he's with you. He's everywhere.
everywhere.
How does he
That's
know?
when you pray,
How does he know?
he's-
How does he know what I'm gonna do?
He did it.
He
He did it for you.
can
We have free
understand
choice
on your mind.
also.
Don't get into
When you
it.
pray,
It's-
when you pray to
guys,
Hashem,
it's the same.
obviously-
It's the same answer over and over.
But
It's
this
Ein
is-
Sof. It's
Okay,
not.
so
So you,
Huh?
So he knows when we're born, he knows when we're gonna finish and how we're gonna finish, or according to our behavior on earth,
Of course.
we will die by this or
that,
that,
or
or
how do we know that? Because we every Rosh Hashanah we pray for forgiveness.
תדעים אותנו, רגע,
Forgiveness and
no, but you pray for to be like not
a good year. Like how the I don't understand that.
זה לא נקבע מראש. It's not-
Guys.
Right, it's not. Because
גם
every
אין
year.
סרט אחד, יש לך מיליון סרטים. בוא נגיד עכשיו, כל
So I'm just saying, Rosh
Hang on,
Hashanah,
hang
you
on,
come in
hang
and you
on,
say,
hang on,
please
hang
forgive me
on.
for what I've seen.
Hang on. I got you.
I'm just saying, I just want to know. It's just interesting.
Okay. You just gotta keep. You gotta take the concept of Ein Sof and really understand it. Okay. Time is where. Right? Time is everywhere. Time was an hour ago. That's the past.
2,000 years ago.
Is the present and the future. Is it at the same time? Did the future happen yet?
No. Tomorrow is the future. Didn't happen yet.
To who didn't happen yet?
To me. Not to Hashem.
What about to the Ein Sof? Did it happen yet?
He knows, yeah. He knows.
Not he knows. Did it happen yet?
For the future, for the Hashem. If the future happened for Hashem, you see.
Don't use the word Hashem. Hashem means the name.
And
כן. Yes, here.
I guess, right?
Obviously, right?
He knows.
Something he knows. It's fact.
So when we don't go according to what he knows we're gonna do, can we not do? So if I'm gonna do something bad,
You cannot do what he
I
doesn't
made
know.
it because Hashem wanted me to do.
Yes, and in a way,
So we
yes.
shouldn't feel like remorse.
You should feel remorse for not doing this. You understand? You understand?
Yeah, it's
There's that you have to make a difference. You have to make a differentiation between what God wants
And what God doesn't
And
want.
what I'm
And-
supposed to do.
and what He commanded.
Okay.
Okay? If I smack her,
Right.
it's not good, right? It's not commanded. But if I actually smacked her, did God want it?
Yeah.
He did.
So what is that?
Right? Because nothing happened. I mean, can I do something that is not part of the answer?
So
Did you hear what he just said?
yeah.
Think about it.
Hashem הלכה לאיבוד, היא הלכה לאיבוד.
Yeah.
לקולטת.
I kind of,
מה השאלה שלה?
no, אין לי שאלות
So
כרגע, אני רק
it's
מנסה
also
להבין.
you smack her so to come back and to remorse and do teshuva.
For what?
For whatever, for this.
For one of the commandments.
But what if you don't like it? Right? Some people
היא שאלה אותה, הוא יגיד לנו מה השם
I'm
13
sorry, I
מצוות
can't.
שאנחנו צריכים
some people don't
אז
like
היא אומרת לה, מה את רוצה לחזור בתשובה?
You have to learn.
So the two, how much is
זה בשיעור הבא.
Time out, guys. It's going too wild.
Is 425 there?
No, 365.
אני לא לומד.
665 זה של מצוות אל תעשה, דברים שאסור לנו
יש
לעשות.
גם לעשות וגם
אוקיי, אבל זה לא לעשות,
זה מצוות אל תעשה, זה מצוות תעשה.
אל תעשה ותעשה.
יש מצוות שזה לא לעשות, לא לאכול חזיר, לא
אוקיי.
ויש מצוות שאומרים לך תעשי, נזקה,
מצוות מתחלקות בין אל תעשה לבין תעשה.
בדיוק, אבל הרבה מהמצוות הן כבר לא קיימות כי אין לנו בית המקדש.
So now all the
Everybody's answering. So
613 mitzvot, and as you said, we don't do all of them as because,
Right.
you know, we don't have the Mashiach.
okay, what's the worst thing you can be in Judaism, in Torah?
The worst you can be.
Less connected to השכינה.
Okay, that's very good. What is the second worst thing?
You cannot, that you can't do. Or
Not connected to none of these 613, I mean, less.
Less connected, right?
Less connected.
What's the best thing you can do?
Connected as much as
Connected.
I can.
Okay. Now, if I know this, I can apply it better, right? If I don't know this, I can't apply it.
Correct.
In Torah, the best thing you could be is a Talmid Chacham. Right? A tzaddik, Talmid Chacham. Tzaddik is someone who does this. Talmid Chacham is someone who knows this. Right? Knowledgeable, who learned this stuff. The worst thing you could be is a Rasha, someone who doesn't do this. And someone who doesn't know this.
right,
Am
just
haaretz.
learn, right? Am haaretz, right?
Right? Am haaretz, right? A person of the land. He's the worst thing that could be because he doesn't know this. Okay? So in Yadut, in not the Yadut, there's no such thing. In Torah, you can either be knowledgeable and good or unknowledgeable and evil. Okay? There's no being static.
רק הצדיקים הגדולים הם יכולים לקיים את כל מי אנחנו. אנחנו כל יום במאבקים היומיומיים האלה שבין טוב לרע.
So people that don't believe in that, what do you say?
What do you say?
Let me ask you a question. If I believe in this or don't believe in this, does this work?
Yes.
Let her answer it.
Repeat that.
Whether I believe in this or whether I don't believe in this, does this work?
Does what works?
Already just
Yes,
The
it
system.
works. Yeah, because
The
I
system.
believe in it, but
It's not only for us, for the world, the whole world. It's for everybody. It's not only for
It's
Jewish.
for everybody in the world.
Everybody.
Understand?
We-
So if
I
I
don't know that there's
Everybody.
613 mitzvot.
זה כולם, זה הבסיס של העולם.
זה הבסיס של העולם, זה עולם. זה לא רק אנחנו.
That system is a bit of faith
Yeah.
in us. So we believe that what you're teaching us is real. But someone who's totally a Rasha and has no knowledge of anything wouldn't be able to understand that. You can say that and I can say, no, I'm
You're
going to show
crazy.
you by A plus B, we came from
You know, the
the
chimpanzee, the
monkeys and the
monkeys,
bambas, you know.
right.
That's it.
So,
it also depends on your own beliefs
no,
and how you're going to let yourself go by it or not.
no.
No.
There's two paths in the world. Either you're going to be very logical and you're going to talk truth, or you're going to be emotional and talk falsity. Okay? If you go and search every single molecule in the world and you really do your research, you'll see that there has to exist an Ein Sof. If you go back in history and you track history, you'll see that God talked to the Jewish people. Okay? Spoke to the Jewish people. Yes. Okay? So if you want to be very logical, it's true. Okay? If you want to be emotional, no, I don't really believe, and maybe who says, you can play around with it. Okay, ma?
למה God spoke to the Jewish people when there was big bang, והם לא היו ממש באמונה שלמה, והם עשו דברים רעים, וזה, ואלוהים עדיין דיבר איתם.
כי הוא רחום וחנון.
Okay, guys.
ולמה הוא לא מדבר איתם?
Stop. Okay, stop. We're getting into like Salah. Okay? So you asked, why did he talk to us?
Yes,
Right? Why did he pick us?
exactly.
Okay? So this was started with who? Adam Rishon, right? The first person. Okay? Okay? If you look in the Torah, the generations after him stopped. But in every generation there was a tzaddik. There was somebody who was righteous who followed this. Okay?
גם בדור שלנו היו.
So, up to a certain time period, up to the Tower of Babel, okay, God decreed that the first 2,000 years, roughly, that's the time of roots. Okay? That's why they live so long. Okay? It's a time of roots. From these roots will be branches. Okay? The people who were in this roots, okay, they will give birth to offsprings. There were 70 roots, corresponding to the 70 nations. Okay? There was one nation, Avraham, okay, that was able to elevate above humanity. Okay? Yes. Everybody else stayed on the level of the first sin. Okay? Avraham elevated himself. He drew close to the Creator. He taught this to Yitzchak to Yaakov, Yaakov to his 12 Shvatim, okay? 12 tribes. Those 12 tribes went down to Egypt, to Mitzrayim. They came out 600,000 men between the ages of 20 and 60. It was really 3 million people. And they got the Torah, okay? Because they elevated themselves and drew themselves close to God, they were able to get the Torah. Okay? And not everybody else. Everybody else had the chance to. Okay? But they declined it.
But when they left Egypt, they wasn't in the level of like...
It doesn't matter. They were on the
worst level they could be.
That's what you've heard.
There were 40 years in the Midbar to clean themselves.
That's what you've heard. Really, it says, "Ra'ata shivcha al hayam yoter mima sheYecheskel ben Buzi." Right, the lowest lady on when the sea split was higher than one of the greatest prophets. Wow. So what you heard is not exactly okay.
Based on the Kabbalah, what I'm talking about.
Okay, they were on a high level that fell and had to come back up. Okay, but that's neither here nor there. We're going back to your question.
My question.
Your question.
If you're emotional, you don't believe it.
No, yeah.
Scientists don't believe in that.
Wait.
They believe in the Big Bang.
First off, if you really go talk to a scientist, this is true. How do you know it's true? People say, "Oh, the Big Bang," just like you said. "Oh, this."
Yeah.
It's not true. If you go back to the Big Bang, okay, the Big Bang states this. Okay. If you go to a scientist, a real scientist that knows everything that there is to know that science says, you go ask them. Okay, they'll tell you that matter can create itself. Okay? Something in a state can't, right? Can't just, it doesn't work that way. Newton's laws tell you it doesn't. So where did the first piece of matter come from? Right? It had to have been created. Okay? But you have to go talk to them. Again, what happens is they get emotional and they say, well, if this is true, then I have to do it. Oh. Right? And that goes to your second question. Your second question was, what if I don't believe in it? Does the channel still work? Huh? It absolutely works, right? 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 If
there is something in
right.
the science, at some point, they cannot
Continue, that's right.
It's נקודת האין, כן,
זהו, הם נתקעים.
אפילו התורה של איך קוראים?
But you understand it?
התרסקה.
You understand? Like, if you go back, all the way back, the first piece of matter, where did it come from?
Yeah,
Right? It had to have been created by something that's outside of the matter, because matter doesn't just create itself. Right? The Big Bang is that little piece of matter exploded and became more and more and more pieces of matter. Okay? But Newton's law is nothing moves unless acted out by an outside force. So what was that outside force that made that first piece of matter move? Okay?
I have a question.
If you want to be very, very logical, you'll get to this.
It's like if we go talk to any doctors around or anything, you know what they learn? They won't tell you any of that.
No,
Exactly.
of course not. Most
It's
people
like-
don't know this.
They don't know.
Most
They
people
Alright.
don't know
don't
it.
believe in that theory, you know, and like so the kids sometimes you send them, so they learn, okay, Adam and Eve, and the other one comes, but what do you mean Adam and Eve? We didn't learn, you know.
They learn stories.
Yeah.
They learn things.
You
They
know
learn
what?
bits of information.
You wanna-
And what happens is it doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up to them. They
Right.
say, it must be not true.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Understand? It's dangerous. Information is dangerous if you don't have it set up in the right way. Okay? This is why I started with you guys with teaching you the system, is because if I can throw I can give you information for days. Okay? That it says in the Torah. If it's not ordered information, you'll reach the wrong conclusion.
Right.
Okay? I can tell you about Purim, I can tell you about Chanukah, I can tell you about Shabbat, I can tell you, and you like your head is going to spin. Okay? So, let me ask you a question. Someone doesn't believe this, and he goes and gives charity. Right? What's happening?
Creates good.
Good, no?
Is that what's really happening? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, according to the system, this is what's happening, whether he believes or not, right? Now, let's say he goes kill somebody, or he steals from somebody, right? Or he's angry at somebody, or he fights, or whatever it is. It works like this. Whether you believe it or you don't believe it, it works. Okay?
Yeah, but it's better to believe it, at least you know that you're doing, when you're doing, but
Of
you know,
course.
if somebody doesn't believe it, whether it works or not,
Listen.
doesn't matter.
doesn't matter, exactly.
The best thing in Torah or in this world is to be smart. The worst thing is to be stupid. It's either you want to learn and be smart, or you just be stupid and be like an animal. Like you pick. It's in front of you. It says in the Torah, it says, Malchut nitna le zera David. The kingship is given to the offspring of David the Melech. Okay? So if you're not of the offspring, you can't be a king. Okay? Keuna, to be a Kohen, was given to the offspring of Aaron. If you're not from Aaron, you can't be a Kohen. I want to be Kohen from now till my face turns blue. I can't be a Kohen. Okay? Torah, לא ניתן לאף אחד. מונחת בקרן זווית, it's placed in the corner. Anybody who wants to come and take it can go take it. Okay? Remember, Torah tziva lanu Moshe morasha kilat Yaakov. It's an inheritance for us. It's ours. It's our inheritance. If I'm smart and my father left me an inheritance, I'll go to the lawyer. Hey, is there a will? What does the will say? I want to see it. Okay? The Torah is our inheritance. It's our will. You can either be smart and go see what's in it and be like, I don't believe in it. You can do whatever you want.
He gives you a chance to come back. He gives you hints here and there to,
And
right,
he gives
to
you,
wake up
he gives
and
you
to see
slaps on the
no?
face.
Even if
Like
you
a
don't
mom
believe,
said,
let's say, in
"Oh,
any
you
of it,
lots of
there's always
slaps
going to
and
be
things to wake
something
up."
that's going to come.
What's the purpose of the
You want you to
world?
come to him.
Not
want you to come back.
Right? What's the purpose of the world?
Yeah,
What's the
so you
purpose of the
have
world?
to
Huh?
Understand why he
Can you read it? Can you read it?
wants you to come closer.
What's the purpose of the world? Sachar, right? Reward.
Yeah.
He created all this system to give man a reward. Do you think he wants to keep it away from him or help him get to it? What do you think?
So he gives hints, like he gives,
He wants man to come close to it. He doesn't want it to stay because he created the whole
So even
thing.
if you're ignorant, there's always going to be something that's going to come to wake you up, to
Maybe.
come back.
No?
Not
Not all the time,
necessarily.
because if you're ignorant, you're not going to understand.
That's the system,
You want
right?
to
Sometimes you do.
The system wants to, the energy is constantly flowing. Whether you wake up to the energy flowing and you come to a class or you don't,
Or somebody comes and start talking to you about something. Say, oh, you know what, maybe that's it. No, that's
maybe yes and maybe no. Maybe you'll recognize it or maybe no. But the energy is always flowing. Someone's going to come to you and you can go away from it.
Yeah, go away one time.
80 years.
You're gonna-
You could do 80 years go away and die. 80 years telling people to go away. Sure. People die.
You come back,
You come back.
the soul comes back.
You to repair itself again.
How many times do we come back? If you're
If you do some kind of good, it could be thousands of times.
there's not a minimum, a maximum.
If you do good or you do bad?
So
You
when
do
a
some kind of
person
good.
So you come back.
If you're bad, only
If you
4
come back,
times.
you don't come back.
You do bad 4
No,
times.
but you mean
You come
bad,
back,
bad.
the neshama-
Or it's three, 4 times.
If you were really good, so you didn't need to come back because לא צריך לתקן כלום.
You forgot what I said. You are not you. You are, Thousands of pieces.
You're not only you.
okay?
when we have deja vu, it's
אפילו תסביר להם על הילדים שלנו.
Yeah, how do you explain?
הילדים שלנו זה מעניין.
they're not yours.
למה את
Okay, then
צודקת?
oh my goodness.
They're not
כן,
yours.
זה נשמות, זה תיקונים, זה נשמות שרוצים לתקן
They're not mine.
אצלם.
It's a line.
Now you're understanding life. You're starting to, you're getting to understand life.
כל מיני נשמות, הם באו אלינו, ואנחנו הוצאנו אותם.
Okay. Now if somebody says,
זה לא שלנו.
you're Jewish, you have to keep Shabbat. What's he saying? You have to keep Shabbat. What's the matter with you? Keep Shabbat. What's he saying?
What's Shabbat?
Now, what is he saying? He doesn't know that he's saying. He's just screaming at you.
Make Hashem happy.
What is who saying? The guy that's asking.
I told you everything. Just look at the
Do mitzvah, do mitzvah, do mitzvah. Shabbat זה מצווה.
do mitzvah. But what's he really saying?
Ah.
Be good. תשובה. שכינה. גיוס, אני כבר השתגעתי לגמרי.
On the channel.
Are you the channel, right channel?
He's telling you, go bring down good light. He's not saying this because he doesn't know it. He might not be telling you this whole this. But he's telling you Shabbat. He's telling you give tzedakah, go to shiur. He's yelling at you, right? You can't talk to people like that. If they don't understand the system, you're just shouting instructions at them.
So,
You understand?
מביאה מלוכה,
So
נכון?
why nobody teaches like this?
Because
This is how
מלכות, מביא מלכות.
they want in school.
זה מביא...
Exactly.
זה לא מבין.
Exactly.
זה מקרב את השכינה ואת המשהו.
Exactly.
ועושה אותו
Exactly.
אז רגע, okay, I have a question. It's an important question. So let's say the Jewish people do that. As Jews, we do that. Okay, הכל טוב ויפה. Okay. So on the Anu Hashem, which is everywhere, when the goyim do something, he counts that as well as a good deed for the world.
So when the nations do theirs,
Other nations, our nation is different.
okay? So the question is, what happens when somebody from the nations does this?
Yeah.
Okay?
Other nations.
The system, right? They're also part of the
Our
system.
nation.
They're going.
הם כלולים פה בתוך זה?
Yeah.
אבל הם גם עושים מצוות כאלה?
Yeah. So they have 7 general mitzvot.
Right.
Okay? 7 corresponding to these lower 7.
Okay.
When they do something good, they don't have an effect on the world. They have an effect on themselves.
Oh.
Okay?
That's it, that's different.
And if you listen to a lot of their classes, it's all about doing good, so they will have good.
Okay, so it's all
They're
about them, like a selfishness.
So when we do good, we
It's
do good
true.
to the
It's
world.
true.
It's true, but it's more for themselves.
That's what happens when they do the seven. When they do the seven, they draw down good to themselves. When they do the bad, they don't do the seven. They do bad to themselves.
Only for themselves.
Yes.
Only to themselves.
So we affect the whole entire world.
Yes.
So
Now
we
you understand what
drive
it
the whole
means.
world.
Atem tiyu or lagoim.
Oh,
Oh my God, yes. It's
You will be a
more
light
than
unto
that.
nations.
What it is,
אנחנו אור לגויים, כי אם אנחנו עושים רע, כל העולם יהיה רע. אנחנו עושים טוב, כל העולם יהיה טוב. אצלהם, מה שהם עושים רק בשבילהם. אנחנו זה כל העולם. אז כל העולם עובד עלינו, כאילו על ה...
עכשיו עוד דבר, כל בני ישראלים, כל בני ישראל ערבים זה לזה. זאת אומרת, אם היא עושה... אוקיי,
אם עכשיו
אני
אני
אנסה
עשיתי
להתנגד.
מצווה, זכיתי.
את יודעת, את מפריעה?
אוקיי.
So to answer my question, so
Yeah.
we know when we're gonna pass away, and do we know?
No, we don't know when
He knows how we're gonna pass away, but is it written and sealed or not?
No. Can
Is it sealed from the moment
Is there
you're
things
born
to
or
do?
not?
זה ראש השנה, every שנה we do ראש השנה.
change?
תנו לו צ'אנס לשאלה, זהו.
Does Ein Sof change?
Yes.
אין סוף? מה פתאום? זה אין סוף.
It's everywhere.
כל הכיוונים אין סוף.
אין סוף. אין סוף.
אין, הוא לא change.
Imagine, when I say Ein Sof, imagine this whole room filled.
There's no way to fill up.
There's nowhere to change it, right?
אין, זהו.
Okay, imagine the whole earth filled.
That's it.
Imagine the whole universe filled. Can it move?
No.
It's all filled, right? So then it can't change.
No.
Okay? But are we Ein Sof?
No.
We're part of him. We're part of him.
You're part of
We're
it.
part of him.
You're part of it, okay? You're part of it, okay?
נכון.
Okay? You're part of it, okay? Now you are going through life as you. You're not going through life as him. Right? Okay? So you're experiencing life as you. You're experiencing it day by day, year by year, or Shana, right? Certain days are days of goodness, certain days are days of less goodness. Everything is different, right? Every single holiday is a different channel, different energies coming down, and you're experiencing it. You're experiencing it at the age of 20, it's not the same as 21, 22, 23. It's constantly changing, okay? But you are going through life experiencing the Ein Sof, okay? Can you move the Ein Sof right or left?
No.
No.
It's still.
Okay? So what the Ein Sof knows is not what you know.
Right.
Okay? What you will do, you're going to do. Okay? What you will be, you're going to be. You just don't know it. And the world is interacting with you as you go along with it. Understand? It's not interacting with you as you're going to be. You're 22, you interact with 22, 23, 24, 25, day by day, year by year. That's how you're going through life.
So don't worry.
You understand? So it's both at the same time. What you're going to be is you're going to be. Relax.
But can you
Okay.
change, like, the mazal?
What did I just say? Think about what I said.
What you be.
You're gonna be.
What you're going to be, you're going to be. What are you going to experience? So you can experience a change in Mazbal, right? From this to here. But what you're going to be is you're going to be. But you just experience the change from here to here. You experience the change from year to year. Oh, this year was better than that year. That month was better than that month. This day was better than this day. You follow? You're experiencing the change. Okay? But
But we're not changing
you're not changing what's going to be.
anything.
You're changing your experience of what's going to be. Think of it. It's something very
Actions.
yes. Okay, but you're changing your experience of what's going to happen. You're not changing what's going to be.
Okay.
If God decreed you're going to be rich, okay,
Yeah, how did
and you're not, he says you're going to get $1 million, you can, feel and try, do whatever you want. You're going to get $1 million, okay? You're decreed you're going to be rich, okay? But you're going to feel like, whoa, I did tshuva. Look at this, I did tshuva, and I got $1 million. I'm giving you an example. It could be the other way too.
Yeah.
God forbid, right? God forbid. Okay? But you're experiencing that, okay, as wow, look, my actions drew down light, they fixed the world, and look, it got better. Or my actions drew down light and it got worse.
Okay, but our actions are already planned by...
Everything nothing changes. Forget plan, yes, you're part of the plan. Everything, okay? Now, does that worry you or does that comfort you?
I mean, we should be happy then. I mean, every day.
Why should you be happy? Because where are you going?
To get rewards.
You get the reward. I didn't even talk to you about what the reward is, okay? But God is drawing everybody towards the reward, okay? That's why we say things, Gamzu letova, right? What happens today is going towards leading you to the reward, okay? So everything is going to be good.
So he's in charge and he's leading us.
He's leading us towards it. That's the secret of he's leading us. That's the secret. He's leading us to the desert to go to Eretz Israel, right? To get to land
So
of
why
milk
worry
and
then?
honey. What?
You shouldn't worry.
Exactly.
Don't worry.
Worry.
So you don't have to worry.
Worry. Listen.
Worry is evil.
Listen.
Because I'm a warrior.
Yes.
I am a warrior too, but
Only because of,
Because
since I have kids.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
Worry about
everything.
it makes
Yeah.
ruins your life. This is
Worry and anxiety
Yes.
is stupidity.
Really.
It is.
But it comes automatically. You worry.
Then
Like,
you
how
have
can you not
no-
worry
no-
Okay.
about your kids traveling at night somewhere? You not
אם יש
worry?
לך ביטחון,
So you let them drive in this desert, whatever, and you know they're there, and you're like, oh my God, what's happening with them?
Let me ask you a question. I'm gonna be not nice. Okay? Do you control everything in life? No, right?
No.
A person grows gray hair. You can color it, but is he going to control it?
No.
So why are you trying to control life?
So whatever's gonna happen, it will happen no matter what.
exactly.
What can you do?
Pray.
Good, pray and the mitzvah.
That's it.
That's it.
Akol be'edei shamayim, chutz mi'arasha. Everything is in the hands of God. You can just do good or bad.
That's it.
You can just pull the strings, good and bad. Everything is leading your kids, her kids, their kids to give us sachar, to give us good.
the 12 and 13?
Even if you go, even if you have to go through the desert, right, to get to the sachar, you're going to go to the desert, but eventually you're going to get the sachar.
So everything, הכל מתוכנן.
הכל לטובה, yes.
הכל מתוכנן, ואנחנו צריכים רק לעשות את הטוב.
את צריכה לחיות, יו.
תדאגי למצוות שלך,
והכל
My daughter
בסדר.
wants to go to seminary in Israel. I'm very scared.
No.
No, don't be scared.
That's what I want to do.
took a lot of my anxiety.
And then our daughter's going to meet a guy over there. She's not going to
Oh.
come back. He's
Oh.
like, okay.
What kind of guy you want her to meet?
That's it.
What kind of guy you want her to meet?
Am I supposed to answer? What?
What do you, now that you know this?
Shazar b'mitzvot.
That's right. Now you're talking.
See
Right.
you.
Right?
You got it.
Wait, next year?
That also affects.
Exactly. That's the best thing for her, because the more she does, the more her husband does, the more her kids do, they're going to hear, they're going to get more. I mean, we're not all going to be on the same level. He learned more than me, he's going to get more than me.
Yeah.
Right? It's proportional. Right? The work is proportional to the
It's a shame.
reward.
This is what kids need to hear today.
We need to catch up, so we decided we're going to sleep here.
Right?
That's it.
I'm telling you, that's all they need.
Exactly.
That's all they need. That's all they all need.
So how
All
do we
need
give
them.
them,
How do they understand this?
So if you guys learn this and you believe in it and that it becomes part of you, you can take a picture of this. It becomes part of you and you remember
Can I
it.
take a picture?
Then eventually, yeah, sure. And eventually, it's gonna come out. It's gonna come out naturally to the people around you.
אני חיה את זה כל יום. זה אני חיה.
רגע.
כל יום אני חיה את זה.
את חיה את זה כל יום?
Could you write a translation next to it?
זה לא טוב.
כל יום זה חשבון נפש. כל
זה לא
יום.
טוב.
It's no use to
מה עשיתי היום?
טוב לחיות את זה כל יום. צריך לחיות את זה כל היום.
This is the only thing you should worry about.
Oh yeah.
Am I doing?
Yeah, but how about then we worry about not doing enough? Can we worry about that?
Again, who's in charge?
You.
No.
Of yourself.
She's in
She's in charge of her mitzvot. What? She
No,
can
he
listen.
is. He
Thank you.
also
He
is.
is too.
He is. I
is
just
too.
experience along the way what he's doing.
Now you're
There we
talking.
go. You're she got
So you
it.
don't have to be scared of the experience. It's just an experience based on that.
We experience
Understand?
every day.
You understand? You just experiment in this world.
We only we experience everything, but
You also experiment in this world.
you experience every single day.
You're
but
tool to
whatever's gonna
achieve
happen,
that.
gonna happen. But by pulling the string, the good deed will get שכר. את השכר הזה משלם על כל הדברים הטובים לילדים, למשפחה ולאחר. אז אנחנו עובדים, יש לנו עבודה. זה עבודה שלנו.
Now you're talking. Now you're talking. Can you read? Can you read this?
How would you be? How did you like the class? Good. Good. Then bring more people for next week. Bring more. Bring Corinne. Bring everybody. Bring people.
אלה שלא עובדים, נו. מובטל. אף אחד מובטל בעולם הזה. אין מובטלים.
אין מובטל.
אין, לא קיים מובטל.
יפה. מתי הוא מובטל?
מתחיל רשע.
לא, שהוא שם רגל בקבר. That's it.
נכון, שמתחיל...
פטור מהמצוות. נפטר, פטור מהמצוות.
No. When you can't do anything anymore, when you pass away, then that's it. That's pas tout le mitzvot. Tu es dans ce monde et tu fais toutes les mitzvot. Et quand tu vas, tu quittes le monde, il n'y a plus de mitzvot. Tu n'as rien à faire. Mais quand tu es dans ce monde ici, tu dois tous les faire parce que c'est comme tu travailles pour le bon Dieu. C'est un travail. Et quand on travaille, il nous paye. Il nous donne la mascorette.
Yeah? Voilà.
Mascorette.
Question, did it answer your questions?
She has a lot of questions.
The one you asked.
It's good though.
No, it's not, but the meaning of life, you know, we want to create goodness, but what's our, like we here to correct something, we did our 1,000 pieces needs to get together and do like something good, yes? That's
All the time,
corrected.
all the time.
But how do
No,
we
you have to
know?
take care of it.
How do we know, like, why myself, the only girl from the family with 3 older brothers, came in the middle of nowhere called Cherry Hill? I have no family. My husband is working very hard.
Wait, stop.
Hold on.
This is purpose.
You answer the question based on what we said. Answer it. Were you paying attention to the shir?
My husband is very hard.
Why? Why are you here?
To take care of my husband? No. I'm not, there's something that. Okay. Tell me. When it's your private thing, you don't see, otherwise it's different. You know?
What is every single person in the world doing?
מתקן. Fix.
Right? Remember the person? He has a soul and he has a body? Right? What are they trying to do?
Fix the world.
What is it trying to do?
To get the channels with more light.
Right?
Yeah,
That's it.
more light.
Okay? Now, every single person, wherever you go, that's all you're doing. So if you go to Cherry Hill, there's energy in Cherry Hill that you have to.
Help bring the light.
If you go to Voorhees, there's energy in Voorhees. You have to
bring the light
So
down.
Hashem wanted her in Cherry Hill.
Exactly.
100%.
Yalla.
That's
it.
לא, זה לא הקדוש, לא הקדוש.
He wants
And
you
I'm
here.
here.
Because he
So
wants
yeah.
you here.
Hated it.
But he wants you here.
I was crying.
כולם מתלוננים על אותו
Yeah,
דבר.
part of Neshama was we have a speaker of the creation.
Now I know.
Fall in different places in the world.
אני באתי גם
It's partial of the
Now you know.
Partial of Shema is in Sharid, not in London, not in Montreal, not in Morocco, not in Israel, Jerusalem. Here in Sharid. And you need to bright the light of those sparkle of fall from Unishama of the first creation.
That's
in
our
Sharid.
heritage. That's our
Pick
Torah.
them up, take them from being broken, and put the lights on them all together back. That's your job. Why you here? Same question I ask.
Me too.
And then the
There's a purpose to your life.
That's what
Every
we
single
learn.
day, every single second, every single minute, everything.
That's the answer for your question. Why you in Sharia? Why I'm not in Vegas, Better Life. Why I'm not in Key West with a yacht.
Israel, exactly.
My job is to be in Sharia to fix the tool of my neshama who broke in Sharia.
It's a mitzvah to do
I
it.
left Israel to come to Sharia. I don't have a better life here in Sharia and Israel.
It's also
Crazy.
true.
I left
Because
the
everything
beautiful
is just
ocean.
Ein Sof. All there is Ein Sof.
Lifeguard, I had the life in
There's
it.
nothing else.
And the one life we have.
So I can't go like
His
this
control, it's not our control.
if he doesn't allow it,
It's his control in
right?
everything.
I can try to hit him,
Not
but if
orthodox.
he's not supposed to be
In
hit,
the last
I
20 years
can't
we
hit
come to be
him.
rabbi.
I'll miss.
Not my control.
I'll miss, right?
תודה רבה. אני אבוא בעזרת השם, אני עובדת בימי שישי, אבל זה קשה לי, אבל אני אבוא. מה קורה, אבי? הכל טוב.
איך לראות אתכם?
Okay.
נכון, אני רציתי כבר לבוא לראות את זה לבית כנסת, אני לא הייתי פה. אני פעם ראשונה
זה
פה.
מעניין. שירים האלה מאוד
אני
מעניינים.
מאוד אוהבת.
הרב מרדכי,
It's good?
תגידי, יש מצב שהיינו פעם אצל לימור והוא היה?
חייבתי אותך.
פעם אחת? כן הייתי, אני גם את הייתי. אני, את לימור ועוד מישהו. היינו, כשלימור חיה פה. מזמן. יש מצב.
Well,
And
what?
that's why there's so many things happening in the world.
You're jumping into the details.
This is the end.
That's the end story. But you're jumping into the details. Remember, I told you if you have a lot of details
לא עובדים עבודה.
and they're not properly ordered,
אנחנו
you get
מודים לו כל
confused.
יום בבוקר, מודיע
Right?
לפניך. אנחנו לא צריכים חגים.
Everything that's going to happen in the 6,000 years is to bring us to where?
בישראל חוגגים
There
חג
can be ups,
ההודעה.
there can be downs, there can be good stuff, there can be bad stuff, but it's to bring us to the good.
באמת?
You understand? No matter where we are.
השייכות הנוצרית לזה?
זה לא חד.
מי אומר? ודאי. ודאי. גם סילבסטר. מה זה סילבסטר? מה זה? זה סט שהיה רוצח יהודי.
There's a difference between what he wants and what you're commanded. You're commanded to put on tefillin in the morning. Eat kasher. All right? You're commanded to eat kasher. Now I go to a bus stop, right? And there's nothing to eat. And I eat non-kasher. Did he want me to eat non-kasher? If I ate it, that's what he wanted. If I ate it, that's what he wanted. What did he command? Not to eat it. There's a difference between the commandments and his will. Everything that happens is his will, okay? It even could be against his commandments. Yeah. What's this?
No, we have to be stronger.
His willingness is going to happen either way.
Right.
If you happen to be strong and do the commandments, that's what he wanted.
Bye everyone.
ביי מתוקות.
Yeah, so you don't have to. You don't.
If you do something, if you do something that it's you have to better good you do it, right? You have to do it. If it's better good, okay, you eat taref, like
Yeah.
you said. Because he wants to eat taref? No, he wants. But if you said no, I don't want to eat taref, I'm going to eat kosher, I'm not eating anything. So you went against his willingness.
Whatever he wants, that's what's going to happen. I just went like this, right?
Yeah.
He wanted me to go like that.
Okay.
If he didn't, I would have gone with something else.
Okay.
Okay? If you do a mitzvah, tomorrow you're going to wake up and you're going to start praying.
Yeah.
Okay? That's what he wants. It's what he commanded, but it's also what he wants. If tomorrow you oversleep
You don't do that.
and you don't do this, he commanded to do this, but he wanted you to oversleep.
I see. Yeah.
Okay?
Makes a lot of sense.
Your life is not by itself. You're always with the Ein Sof. You're always with your Creator.
No, but there's something, like if you take, for example, a man, okay, you're supposed to not cheat on your wife, all right?
Commandment.
Command.
Yes.
Okay.
The Ten Commandments.
The Ten Commandments.
No, it's
Right? Okay.
Now your husband sees a gorgeous woman, boom, he cheats on you.
That's what he wanted.
That's what he wanted.
Hashem wanted.
But you have to be punished for it.
He'll be punished.
So he wanted this guy to be punished.
Yeah, but by being punished, something good will happen.
We didn't get to.
No, he wants to be punished. You know why? Because he brought to this world to do his איך אומרים, את התיקון שלו, the tikkun. He wants him to punish. He wants him.
Okay.
Or he wants him to be killed. He wants him to be
Somewhere,
Destroyed,
we didn't
whatever.
get. Hang on. We did only one reason the world was created. There's two more. Okay. The second one, next week I'll get into it. Is he wants you to recognize him. You can recognize him through the good that you get, or you can recognize it through the bad you get. Some people need to get smacked in order to realize him. Some people, you give them great, and they're like, what? They say thank you on every single thing. Okay? The whole world is designed. Number two, the second reason is to get to know him. Okay, we'll get to that next week, okay? So just some people have to get it through bad, and some people have to get it through good. So he went and cheated. Okay, he went with a woman, she's not married, she's not this. Okay, he didn't marry her, he just went and did what he did. He's gonna get big, big slaps around, okay? And he can either realize it or say, life's not fair, I can't believe it happened to me. He gets anxiety, he has to take pills, he has to do, all of medicine is designed. What is dis-ease? Dis, not of ease. You can either be at ease or you can mess it around. So he messed things around and he has to get it. But if he doesn't realize it, so he goes to medicine to get him back to focus. He starts playing around with things that you don't need to be at disease. You could be very much at ease. If you believe this, okay, you'll never have anxiety. You'll never have fears. You'll never have depression, right? That's what's ailing society today, right? Because they don't know this. So, you're not that Instagram model. You're right. You didn't succeed and become the big doctor. You don't have the same Mercedes as your friend. You don't. It's cuckoo-ness. There's no meaning to life. Everybody does whatever they feel like it. In our world, it's Hollywood. In the Eastern world, it's Buddha and all that. It's their life. Everywhere is something crazy. It's different. This has to be applicable to all humanity. Right?
We are the chosen one. Yes.
We're the ones who are supposed to tell the whole world about this. Okay, and that's what Mashiach's going to do. Mashiach's going to help tell the whole.
Fox News and CNN.
Yes, and maybe they'll wake up a little bit and say,
Hey, if you could get me there, I'll tell them.
The kid, they know more than
No?
we do.
Feel better?
Yes, I feel much
Well,
better.
Okay, next week to be continued.